Good everybody, I'm Birdy. Today I'm about to do another video from VinnyTube. Shout out VinnyTube. This is the top 10 most impactful hand-to-hand combats. Number 2. I did number 1, I did number 3. Now we're doing numero dos. Yeah, man. So far, it's fire. We love hand-to-hand combat. Who doesn't? I do. Y'all do. Your mama does as well. So, before I hop into this video, make sure y'all go check out my EP. It is Fuego. Yeah, it's available everywhere, man. So go check that bitch out. You're gonna like it, trust me. Give it a shot, listen to it. You're gonna fuck with it, man. Trust and believe. Before we hop into this, I just wanna say I hope all of y'all have a great day today. Remember, you can go after all of your goals and dreams. It might be hard, it might be difficult. It might not be panning out the way that you want it to pan out. But as long as you stay consistent, as long as you believe in yourself, as long as you continue to trust the process, like how Joel Embiid always says, trust the process. All you gotta do is trust the process, my guy, and it'll happen for you. Everybody that y'all look up to, look at all your favorite YouTubers. How long have they been doing YouTube? Y'all niggas love DDG. DDG been doing YouTube for years on years. Y'all niggas love Flight Reacts. Flight Reacts been doing YouTube for years on years. Look at me. I've been doing YouTube now. It'll be 4 years coming up in December. This channel will be 4 years old in December. See what I'm saying? So don't think shit happens overnight. For certain people, shit happens overnight. Yes, it does. And they are the few lucky ones. But for the majority, for 99% of people, you have to put in that work. You have to perfect your craft. You have to get good at what you're doing. You have to be diligent. You have to be disciplined. You got to keep going, keep going, keep going. And that is how you eventually reach your goals and dreams. Don't think, hey, I'm going to do YouTube for a year and I'm going to be rich and famous. You can have that belief, but, you know, for the most part, that ain't how the world works. I'm going to keep it a stack. But anyway, yeah, man, I just wanted to give y'all that little words of wisdom really fast. Let's hop into this video, though.
I think that for a lot of watchers of action anime, there's one thing that they look forward to. Fights. We're talking battles, high-octane action, and flashy cuts that showcase the animators at their best. The good news is that there's no shortage of those in anime. Anime is really one of the best places to go if you like battles, whether they be the fantastic ones with magic or testosterone-filled slugfests. Looking at the likes and view count on the previous video, it seems that you guys really like hand-to-hand combat in anime. So for this video, we'll be going through 10 more of the best hand-to-hand fights from anime. In this video in particular, I've also gone through the effort of adding some fights from some of the less popular anime out there. I hope that by the end of this video, I would have introduced you to 1 or 2 titles that you may not have heard of before. So without further ado, let's get started.
Alright, bro. I don't know about this music.
Most of the shows that put them on the map came into existence, Production IG had a hand in producing one of the sci-fi shows that fell under the radar in the late 2000s. I'm talking about Real Drive. As early as its 5th episode, Real Drive already treated its audience with a pretty good fight with some great hand-to-hand action. In this episode, we have Sota taking on the fearsome Iron Schwartz. To put it bluntly, Sota at this point has been a flunk. We see glimpses of his defeat at the hands of Holon haunting him, and thinking about that isn't exactly a winning recipe for any fighter. Nonetheless, Sota gets to show off some moves here and there, and with some intervention, manages to win the battle against Iron. Overall, I think that Real Drive is a nice show with some cool fights and visuals. I probably wouldn't call it too underrated, but I think it's a decent series that could use some more popularity. Then again, with so many good anime coming out this past decade, I wouldn't be surprised if people don't even remember Real Drive.
Yeah, look, he was a bad guy. Bad guys are always beastie. I've always liked bad guys better.
141st episode gave us this one highlight of a fight featuring Kagura's elder brother. Finding himself in battle against the humongous Hosen, he gives us a great showcase of his close-quarter combat ability. The action is fast and furious, with the two going at it in a battle that pits strength against speed. The action itself was quite tough given how fast everything moves, and the hotly contested battle between two strong fighters ended in a draw. I don't know about you, but to me it seemed that Hosen was a lot stronger than his opponent in this fight. This fight still starts discussions every now and then when it comes to Gintama fanbase. I mean, realistically, Kamui could have been screwing around. Given his personality, that is a possibility. I wonder what could have happened if both people went all out in a fight to the death.
Okay.
I think think that Birdy the Mighty as a series is quite underrated. It's fun,
Yeah, I've never
it
heard
has
of
a
it.
lot of great action scenes, and while the art might seem dated by modern standards, it doesn't distract from the awesomeness of scenes such as this fight in particular. Now, this fight stood out for me for some reasons such as the high-octane action and just how dynamic it looks. You have two combatants engaging in hand-to-hand combat that spills all over the place, with the ruined city backdrop adding a nice touch. Now that I think about it, doesn't it remind you of a superhero fight somewhere? The whole sequence wouldn't look out of place in one of them. I wouldn't blame you if that's what you think. Actually, this is the fight that inspired the last fight in Man of Steel, if I'm not mistaken. I'd say that Snyder picked one amazing fight for his inspiration. This show deserves to be far more popular, if you ask me.
Yeah, I've never heard about it, but that fight did look pretty beastie, bro. You got the boxing anime on here again?
Now, I'm positive that a lot of Hajime no Ippo fans would agree with me when I say that Kimura had one of the great character arcs, and everything culminated in his championship fight in the OVA. I feel like this is one of the more underrated fights in the series, and Kimura's determination and drive earned him more than a fair share of fans. It's a given that Hajime no Ippo has a lot of great hand-to-hand fights, but this takes the cake for featuring one character that still needs some love. Kimura's fight against Mashiba is bar none the highlight of the execution arc, and it showcases the best techniques that the two combatants use to fight each other. The tense fight includes a final exchange where both fighters hit each other, and Mashiba wins just by the skin of his teeth. Even if he didn't win the match, Kimura got himself a lot more fans for his excellent showing that can be seen in Hajime no Ippo's OVA.
Okay. I mean, a boxing anime, you expect the hand-to-hand combats to be insane, you feel me? Kengan
Coming in
Ashura.
the sixth spot, we have a fight from the newest rising star in the
shit.
world of martial arts series, Kengan Ashura. I think that those who've watched Kengan Ashura would have at least one fight to remember over the course of the series.
Damn.
For me, it's the one that pit Oma and Ryan against
This
each
some
other.
Baki
The two
type
come
action,
face to
nigga.
face in the second round of
This
the
some
Kengan
Baki type
Annihilation
action.
tournament. The battle between the two turned out somewhat like you'd expect. Early on, Ryan finds himself on the ropes, pressured by the flurry of attacks by the upstart Oma. However, it doesn't take long before the one called the Devil turns the tables, delivering one hell of a beatdown in return. A back and forth exchange with the combatants releasing power after power ends with Oma clutching a victory with his Nico style. This is just one of those back and forth fights that make martial arts anime so fun to watch. If I was recommending a fight to someone in order to get them to watch Kengan Ashura, this one would be one of the top contenders. Seriously, if you haven't watched this series
shit
and are
look
craving
crazy.
for some manly fighting anime, then this is a good choice to consider. It's either this or the very next series up on the list.
Baki. Yeah, I knew
Baki
it.
2018
'Cause
prides
this-
itself on some of the
this
most
fighting
outrageous
is
fight
insane,
sequences,
bro.
and this fight is a showcase of what the
Insane.
series brings to the table. It's simply insane. Just take a look at it. I don't know how else to describe this fight between Spec and Hanayama. The
I
two
just
trade
saw
blows,
this fight,
but
bro.
it really felt more
Like
like a
yesterday
clash
or 2
between
days
two
ago. I just
giants,
saw this
two
episode.
indomitable titans. The two chunks of muscle take each other to the limit, showing off some techniques that are just as absurd as they are good. This goes on for quite a while before Hanayama finishes the fight by simply brutalizing Spec to the point of surrender. The cool thing with Baki though
He
is
ended up
despite the
killing him,
spectacle
though.
you see in fights like this,
Shooting
there are
him in
still
the
some
legs and
real
shit.
techniques being shown. Baki 2018 might be edging towards JoJo territory in
kill
its
him.
fights and character designs, but at its core, it's still a good old martial arts series.
Yeah. Attack on Titan. I'm liking Baki, the action, but I need
key
more of a
episode
story.
in
It's just
season
action
2
on
of
action on
Attack on
action on action,
Titan
fight,
is the
and
one
fight,
where
and fight,
Eren
and fight.
and
You
Reiner
feel me?
duke it out in
I'm
their
gonna keep
Titan
watching it though.
forms. Emotions are already running high thanks to the revelation of the identities of the colossal and armored Titans. This battle pushed those emotions over the edge as the Titans clash in the highlight of this episode. We're used to seeing Eren bludgeoning his opponents as a Titan, but such a tactic might not stick with Reiner this time around. They don't call him the armored Titan for nothing, you know, and in a direct confrontation, Eren has all the disadvantage in the world, except he doesn't, thanks to his experiences as a human. Ultimately, it's the training with Annie from way back that allowed Eren to get the advantage and come out on top in this battle. Fighting smart for once, Eren shows tremendous signs of growth. However, victory is short-lived as the Colossal Titan, or what remains of it, crashes the party and joins the battle.
Oh shit. One Punch Man.
Capping off an excellent first season of One Punch Man is this fight between Saitama and Boros, the leader of the invasion forces no slouch, being responsible for the destruction of a city through the dark matter thieves. Boros has even grown tired of competition, having grown so strong that enemies already bore him. Reminds you of someone among the good guys, does that? Hey? Having Saitama and Boros
like
face
Saitama.
off in the climax of One Punch Man's first season
bore
seems
him.
to be a match made in heaven. In terms of the actual fight, I think that it delivered, giving us some of the most amazing scenes and sequences in modern anime history. You can really feel the destructive power
I
of
asked
the
y'all
attacks
who would
and
win
how
out of
hard
Saitama
each
and
attack
Goku.
hits through the
Everybody's
effects.
saying
I
Goku.
put this
Y'all
fight
think
third
Goku
on the
will
list
beat
because
One
despite
Punch
the
Man,
raw
bro?
hype generated
I
from the
don't know
fight
about all
itself
that.
and the way the whole thing is presented, it's not exactly a fight. Come on, it's Saitama, and we all know Saitama battles can't really be called fights, can they? Especially given his moniker.
Naruto!
It's been a long time coming.
People
but we
ask
finally
me to
see
react to this.
Naruto
I already
and
reacted to
Sasuke
it.
in
It gets
action
blocked,
again
bro.
in
It got
Boruto.
blocked.
This time, instead of them
And I got a
fighting each other
copyright
like
strike.
we've become accustomed to, it's surely a breath of fresh air to see them work together in order to take down a new threat. Nostalgia goggles aside, I really think that this is one of the better fights in the series.
This
Watching
fight
this
was
battle,
fire,
you
bro.
can't help
It
but
was
feel the
fire.
intensity of it all. The soundtrack certainly helps matters, and you can see the teamwork and chemistry that the duo always had in action. The animation for this fight is simply amazing, and that's something that few can replicate in my opinion. This is easily one of the most ambitious projects in terms of animation, and kudos to the team for living up to the hype. I know how people feel about Boruto as a sequel, but I really think it has some really well-animated fights, and this fight featuring the old characters
I heard
showing
Boruto
that they
is
still
trash.
have it. It's just one of the many great action sequences and emotional fights that Boruto has to offer.
Yeah, this fight was fire. I heard Boruto was trash, though. Absolutely trash. Okay. You see the technique?
When it comes to fights, we've gotten so used to seeing made-up techniques or otherwise mundane attacks being given the upgrade and becoming grand spectacles, but not here. In this fight from Hitori no Shita, we see some of the smoothest fighting animation from anime that have come out in recent years. Rarely do we see something like Tai Chi being represented in anime combat, but the team did an epic job in showcasing how cool the martial art is, all while making it look slick and awesome as hell.
Yeah,
Kudos to the team for featuring one of the less popular and more graceful fighting styles in the world and making it accurate and at the same time very cool. It's also the return of Boruto's episode 65 team, and we all know how great that Momoshiki fight was. Real martial arts enthusiasts will surely appreciate how this episode delivered in accuracy and choreography.
That shit look fire, bro. That look fire.
Well,
hey, shout out Vinny too. Great video once again, my guy. Yeah, these fighting scenes look fire. That #1 fighting scene was really good. It reminded me of Kakashi versus Obito, bro. That's how good it was. You see how smooth that shit? That shit was hard, nigga. Great video. Let me know what y'all thought down in the comments. I hope all of y'all have a great day today, man. You know, LA back on lockdown, so I'm chilling. I'm just gonna go to the grocery store, nigga, and I ain't doing nothing else. I was supposed to go to the studio tonight, but the engineer that was gonna be there, he rescheduled, so I'm going to the studio on Sunday to record some new songs. Yes, they are fire as fuck. But anyway, let me know y'all thought down in the comments. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.